It's a place where children find hope and healing, a place where they can find a safe space after experiencing abuse or neglect, a place where young survivors can begin the path to recovery.
Once known as the Cricket Center, the Worcester County Child Advocacy Center is a vital resource where professionals are working tirelessly to protect and empower the most vulnerable members of our community. Here to tell us more is Executive Director Lauren Cooper. She is joined by family advocate Jessica Burke and Belle here.
Belle, thanks for joining us this
Thanks
afternoon.
for having us.
Yeah.
So let's start with the name change. What's that all about?
So as you said, we were once known as the Cricket Center. We're now the Worcester County Child Advocacy Center, and we have a new refreshed logo. The reason behind that was because we want to increase our visibility in the community. We want people to know we exist, because what we've seen in the past is that unfortunately people only know about our services if they've had to use them. So now with our new logo and our new name, you can tell exactly what we do, where we do it, and who we serve, and that's children, and we advocate in Worcester County.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the prevalence of child abuse, I guess, here on Delmarva and nationally.
So unfortunately, it's far too common. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, says that 1 in 7 children were abused last year. In the field, as professionals, we would say that that's grossly underestimated, and the reason for that is because so much abuse, especially child sexual abuse, goes either unreported or it's not reported until adolescence or even adulthood. And we see some really terrible, long-lasting effects if abuse goes unreported. And a lot of that is probably because of the feelings that the victim feels. You know, maybe it's self-blame, guilt, fear, or maybe they don't come forward with their story because they don't know that resources like the Child Advocacy Center exists.
So a lot of these cases involve children, which can be scary in the interview process. How do you make them feel safe?
So we work as part of what's called a multidisciplinary team. So we provide a coordinated response to child abuse. So we work with several different agencies and organizations in the community that all come together for the child in one place, and that's at the Child Advocacy Center. And along with our core services, one of our services is our facility dog program, and that's where I'll kick it over to Belle, the star of our show. She's our hardest working team member, as you can see.
Yeah. So how does she work with children?
So she comes to the center if they'd like to interact with her for forensic interviews, for therapy sessions, and during court proceedings. So she knows about 40-some commands, and of those, several are animal-assisted interventions, such like the one she's in right now for settling purposes.
And have you seen a difference in children when she is around them?
Absolutely. She just provides a nice, calm presence for them so they can be a little bit more relaxed and feel more comfortable talking.
Yeah.
So talk about some of the efforts to prevent child abuse.
So raising awareness is a big thing for us. I mean, in order to report it and recognize it, we need to be talking about it. And unfortunately, it's kind of a taboo thing. I mean, people don't like to talk about child abuse, but the reality is that it's here. In Worcester County alone, last year, our center received 1,137 reports of abuse or allegations against a child. And again, that's just in Worcester County. So it's here, it's happening. So along with raising awareness, we need money to support our mission, of course. We're a nonprofit organization. So for us to continue to bring organizations together and provide the critical services that we do, we host some fundraising events throughout the year. We're always looking for sponsors to help us continue our mission. We have our annual Walk for Kids coming up here shortly for next month. It's the National Abuse Awareness Month in April, so we'll be doing some outreach efforts. But if you want to mark your calendars, April 26th, it's a Saturday. That's going to be our 12th annual on the boardwalk. It's always a great day to not only raise awareness about the Child Advocacy Center services, but to celebrate kids in our community and give them the happy childhood that everyone deserves.
If someone suspects child abuse or neglect, what should they do?
Call. It might not necessarily be a formalized report, but we're there as a resource too. You might not know. You might see certain signs, or maybe a child's acting differently, or maybe their behavior's regressing, they're wetting the bed. You know, there's a lot of different symptoms to child abuse. So if you have questions, reach out to us. You can call us anonymously. We can walk you through that. But we would rather get those calls and have it be on our radar than it go unreported, because like I said before, the lasting effects that children go through if they don't report their abuse, it can be really terrible, and we want them to live a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lauren, Jessica, and Belle. She is very calming.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Appreciate you having us.